Hey faces, thought I would pop in. I know it's early. I was gonna do another video on Tuesday, but just kind of felt inspired tonight to talk a little bit. So today is my birthday, and just kind of a quiet day. I did have the skating party for my work, and I guess that's kind of what prompted the video. It's a video I've seen other people post, and figured I'd give it a try. So I wanted to talk a little bit about my top 5 things that I will not miss about being fat, because a lot of these hit home for me today. So number 1 is everything being difficult. When you get to be my size, not chunky or just overweight, but truly being morbidly obese, because that's what I am, everything's a chore. Everything's hard and everything's difficult. And that's not me being a crybaby. It's just my reality. So taking a shower, it's a chore. It gets to the point where you can't even stand long enough to take a shower. So you have to get one of those seats, that you sit on in the shower. It's just difficult and it's tiring, getting dressed, putting your shoes on, tying your shoes, just everything's hard. And honestly, when you get dressed to go out, you'll kind of check and see what you look like before you leave the house. I don't even do that because I'm not getting dressed twice. So whatever I put on is what I'm wearing, whether it looks good or not. So that's the first thing I won't miss. Is just I'm looking forward to everyday tasks being easier, because everything's hard right now. And sorry, I'm just tired. Sorry, I didn't mean to get emotional, but it just wears on you when everything's difficult, So the second thing that I won't miss about being fat is getting winded. So I get winded really easily, just walking downstairs and getting into my car, which is probably, I have about 10 steps down, 10 steps to my door, and then 10 steps going down to my car, out of breath, walking out of the skating rink tonight. I was breathing heavy, just walking through the skating rink and then out to the parking lot. And I was probably the 4th space in, out of breath. Coming home, I have 2 flights of steps, one to go into my townhouse and one to come up to my bedroom. Literally just walking those 2 flights of steps. And, luckily I tend to recover pretty quickly. So, it died down pretty quickly, but I get winded so easily, and I'm looking forward to just being able to walk a normal distance. I don't need to run a marathon, just be able to walk without getting winded. The next one, which I didn't have to deal with tonight, thank goodness, is fitting into things. Being worried about fitting into things. I won't miss that, because you worry about when you go anywhere new, if you're not familiar with it, you worry about whether you're going to fit in the seat, in the chairs, in the booth. It creates a lot of anxiety for me, to go somewhere new, because I'm that's almost always one of my first 2 thoughts. My first 2 thoughts are, number 1, how far away am I going to have to park, because I get winded so easily? And number 2, am I going to fit in whatever seating they have there? So I know not this week, but next week I have a cardiologist appointment. And I know that his seats in his waiting area cut into my thighs, to the point where I want to cry. It's just, I kind of have to sit on the edge, but even then, it's cutting into my hips. I really don't want to go to the appointment, because it's going to be agony for me. Who would want to go? I've thought about, bringing my son with me and maybe having him bring a folding chair, but that's so embarrassing. So that's something I'll really look forward to, is just, not being worried about fitting onto things. And even when I, lost a lot of weight before, You know, I've never been thin in my adult life, thin enough to not worry, period, about fitting onto airplanes, roller coasters. Like, that's kind of like since my early 20s, like maybe age 20, you know, I don't know what that's like. So to know that I'll be able to go somewhere and fit onto anything, that's like amazing. So I will not miss that. The next thing is I will not miss sitting on the sidelines. So this is a hard one because I'm innately not a wallflower. That's not my inner spirit. And sitting on the sidelines is hard. You know, like at the skating party tonight, you know, everybody's up and skating, and like I want to be out there with them too. Like, I'm a goofball, you know, and I like to dance and I like to skate, and it's hard just watching everybody else have fun, and there I am kind of stuck in one spot, you know. And I mean, I enjoyed being there, and I enjoyed watching all the kids and talking to people, but it's hard at the same time because I want to be out there and I want to be active. So I'm not going to miss sitting on the sidelines. It really sucks. So, sorry. That one just always gets to me because that's not who I am. I'm an outgoing person, and, you know, I can be shy at times. I think a lot of my shyness is precipitated by my weight, because I'm afraid people are going to judge me or not like me because of my weight. So sitting on the sidelines is not something I will miss. So let's see. So, and the last one is just the constant pain. And, you know, I remember my mom was very overweight my whole life, as long as I can remember. And she used to complain about her pain. And me being the typical teenager, I just didn't get it. And I get it now because I am in constant pain. Not a day goes by where I'm not in pain. And I think people think I'm a baby, but you have to understand, like, when you are the size that I am and you're carrying an excess, probably 250 pounds on your frame, that is putting constant pressure on your knees, on your back, on your hips. You know, just walking out to the car tonight from the skating rink, not only was I out of breath, but my hips felt like they were going to give out. Like, everything is cramping, and it's just because there's so much strain put on those muscles and so much strain put on your joints. So, you know, I know this because of what I do for a living, but when your joints are under strain, all the muscles and everything around them like tightens to protect it. And so I have that going on all the time. So just standing up to walk to the bathroom hurts. Everything frickin' hurts all the time. So even though I enjoy going places, I dread it. Because the only thing that doesn't hurt is laying in bed. Sitting hurts. Sitting up hurts. Laying in bed, if I'm still, doesn't hurt. If I got to roll over, it's going to hurt. So I will not miss the constant pain because it sucks. So those are my top 5 things I won't miss about being fat. There's a lot more, but kind of all of those came into play for me quite a bit tonight, you know. Just going to a simple skating party, I hit at all but one of those, which was fitting into things. And that's only because I've been to the skating rink before, so I was aware of what the seating was there and that I would be fine. But if it weren't for that, then I would have worried about what kind of chairs they had there for people to sit in. So just thought I would share that, and all I could say is I know that, you know, it won't be like this much longer. It won't be. And things are going to change for me, and I've got to have a resolve and be strong, and maybe sharing this will help somebody out there. Maybe it'll help you understand a little bit more about me, or if I have a look on my face, it's not that I'm trying to be, you know, mean or anything like that. I'm probably, winded or in pain or something. But anyway, I'm at 10 minutes, so just thought I would share that tonight, and hopefully I'll check in on, I guess, Tuesday and maybe be a little more positive with something, I hope. But I just wanted to share that and get that off my chest this evening. And you guys have a great night, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.